Sagittarius, hello and welcome to Sybella Spirit. This is a timeless general reading for your sign. Whenever you happen upon it, it is meant for you. Of course, you'll have to watch a little further to see if this reading truly fits. Today we are using these chakra oracle cards. Okay, we have impasse and wisdom. And then we have forgiveness. Okay. So, let's have a look here. The energy of the impasse is one where kind of not knowing which way to go, and then it's like maybe the path that you chose, there's someone kind of standing in your way blocking it, or maybe an energy or a situation that happened that is blocking the path that you thought you should go down. So we'll get clarity on that. This card also has a forest in the background here. So maybe you can't really see through the trees kind of thing. It's also the full moon, which full moon for me is always a time of releasing. And so maybe there's this blockage that you need to release. This is in the sacral chakra, so this would have to do with relationships. Maybe there's a relationship that you need to leave in the past that seems to have created this energetic blockage for you. And then with the moon as well, it could indicate something that you don't fully see yet. Okay, and then we have wisdom, and this is the energy of the heart chakra. So there's a dove on this card, and that's always the energy of peace and hope. It's like she's holding this light in her hands, and so perhaps you have recently tapped into some form of higher energy to be able to feel a sense of hope. There's a few things standing out in this card. I can see there's a sage bundle here. There is this man, seems to be more in the spirit realm, perhaps a guide who seems to be praying. Maybe that's you, or maybe that's your ancestors or spirit team sending these prayers up to help fill you with a sense of wisdom and courage. For some reason, I'm also hearing these trees on the card. They have faces and like these little arms sticking out. It's almost like maybe you're a nature lover is for some reason what I'm hearing. Maybe you feel recharged when you are walking through nature. Maybe you are an environmentalist. That's for some of you. And then she has like this world in her womb space. And that really gives me the sense of creating your world. I always think of the human body as a bit of its own universe, and so we can create the reality that we choose by being really mindful of what we are allowing into our mind space, our body, and into our spiritual aspects of self as well. Okay, and then for I believe this would be the third eye chakra, we have forgiveness. So this is really quite interesting because there's this rhinoceros on the card and a child that is nuzzled within. And so there's sort of this sense of an aspect of perhaps the inner child that you have been working on and forgiving perhaps someone who has harmed you in the past, or maybe forgiving an aspect of yourself. So I don't use these cards often, but something I've never noticed is that there's 3 faces on the card. So I would like to tap in here and kind of try to understand what this is. I'm feeling a lot of like nature type energy in these cards. I'm really being drawn to the trees and to the nature on each of these cards. I'm getting this energy too suddenly of a type of shamanic connection. I'm not sure if you have the abilities of a shaman, or perhaps that's something that they are wanting you to explore. or maybe it's something you've been drawn to, because sage specifically, and then these figures in the trees, there's some sort of connection to perhaps plant medicine or nature, and tapping into some higher gifts within yourself. This is really fascinating. So let's keep going, Sagittarius. Let's see what else we have happening here. Clear, concise messages. What does Sagittarius need to know about impasse, please? Clear, concise messages for their highest good and the highest good of all involved. What does Sagittarius need to know? Okay. So we have the Emperor, the Four of Cups, and the Justice card. So the Emperor card is a very strong energy. It's sort of this energy of a strong masculine in your life. Perhaps it's you. Perhaps it's a role you've recently had to adopt where you're taking on a more structured role in your life. But then on the flip side, this could also be a dominating masculine energy in your life that's sort of pushing you off your path. Because with the Four of Cups, I'm really getting this strong feeling too of like this feeling like you may have missed an opportunity, and perhaps it has to do with this Emperor energy that's kind of blocking your energy or stifling your energy or making you feel a bit disconnected from like your true soul path. And with the Justice card coming out, I feel there is some sort of clarity that wants to come in for you, some sort of balance that wants to come in for you, because your spirit team is trying to hand you a cup here. I just feel that right now you're feeling a little bit confused on your path, which is the right way to go with this impasse card, because of this sort of stifling male energy in your life. And not to say it is a male, it could be a female who's living in a strong masculine energy. Like, genders don't really matter, but the energy here is one of an authority figure that is perhaps dominating and sort of pushing you off your path. But then, of course, like I said before, this could be you also that's becoming more powerful and taking an authority role in your own life to bring justice into your life and to bring balance into your life. And right now you're feeling like there's a bit of disconnect or a blind spot because you can't get a real sense of which way to go. And that could also explain this impasse energy where you're in the Four of Cups right now, feeling a little bit like unfulfilled maybe. And I kind of feel like this is the breakthrough moment. I'm feeling breakthrough energy. Like there's a blind spot perhaps right now, but there's something coming in here soon. So let's get some clarity on the wisdom advice, or clarity for wisdom. Okay. It says the Ten of Pentacles with the King of Wands. So definitely, I mean, that could be the energy of coming into a sort of, using that Emperor strong masculine energy to bring in the King of Wands. This could be someone in your life who is a King of Wands type of energy, who is very magnetic, inspiring, someone you look up to, someone who gives you a sense of protection, or who is a leader in your life. I'm also seeing on this card this little like chameleon or lizard thing down here, and there's a message there where something about being burned and coming out, on top. I'm not sure who that's for. That message wanted to come out. There's also the Two of Wands, so a lot of fiery, passionate type energy, a lot of Wands energy here. I'm also feeling like manifestation energy. You could be planning. So with the Emperor too, I mean, you could definitely be planning your next steps, trying to bring this justice in, coming into the King of Wands energy. Perhaps you've been burned recently in the past and you're trying to understand that. And they are showing that there is something positive coming in with the Ten of Pentacles. It's as if you're working towards building this long-term success and foundation, and you have this sort of wisdom and spiritual guidance and support to bring yourself to the place of Ten of Pentacles, and perhaps taking a little break with the Two of Wands, planning a trip, or taking some time to make a decision. Might be a good idea. I see decisions twice on this card. I've never noticed that before. So it's like decisions. That's very interesting. Yeah, I feel like you're in this contemplative type energy. So we'll clarify with another deck here. Let's see what else we need to know with forgiveness. Clear, concise messages. The Ten of Cups tried to peek out, and now we have the Queen of Cups coming out. So perhaps you've been in a very compassionate, empathetic type energy with the Queen of Cups. Maybe someone in your life has apologized and you've been able to forgive them. This is a sense of moving on for sure with the Six of Swords. You've been able to let go of a situation that was previously holding you back, or perhaps your spirit team is urging you to come into the Queen of Cups energy to be able to let go. You definitely have a lot going on, Sagittarius. I feel like there's two situations that are happening simultaneously. It's a bit of like inner child healing, and then that's being reflected in your life, in your relationships, perhaps in like a partnership relationship, or it could also be in like your job place. Sort of that energy of deciding how you're going to allow people to treat you, and then being able to move on and make choices for your highest good. So we have another six here. We have the Six of Wands coming out. So definite success and victory is coming in for you. There is going to be an improvement in your life because you've been able to be in the energy of forgiveness and moving on, because you've tapped into this higher wisdom, which tells you that when we hang on to things that no longer serve us, it keeps us in a lower vibrational frequency. And so it feels like you've been able to unlock that. Maybe you've seen a spiritual healer, or you are becoming a spiritual healer, and this really allowed you to be able to forgive and move forward. And that has brought in a sense of justice for you. The scales have been balanced, and you have been able to reap the rewards of that spiritual lesson. All right. Yeah, with the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck, perhaps you've been seeing 1111. Doesn't have to be true for you, but the Four of Wands is definitely a time of celebration. It's this sense of stability, definitely a sense of balance. So I feel that balance is showing up for you in a big way because of this bit of awakening that you have. And there might be a choice that you have to make. But when you tap into your spiritual wisdom, you'll be able to make the right choice. Clear, concise messages. What does Sagittarius need to know about the impasse card? Okay, we have Judgment coming out. So this is definitely a wake-up call. You are waking up and having clarity on this choice that you have to make. I think you've seen something recently where you realize that there's this energy in your life that's standing in your way, and you might have to make a bit of an authoritative choice, you know, standing in the Emperor energy, to move on and to break this cycle. Review and contemplation. You have accomplished a great deal in your life, and you have much to be proud of. Now it's time to decide what's next. As you contemplate the past and the present, you'll get clear on your divine life purpose. Don't be distracted by conventional thinking. Be the real you. Yeah, I feel like that's definitely the energy, is that there's a bit of distraction because of this person or this energy that's standing in your way. It could be like an old belief system, or It could be a relationship. It could be, you know, it depends on your situation. It could be a limiting belief It could be a limiting belief that was kind of put in your mind space from a masculine figure in your life. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So certainly the divine is trying to lead you to your life purpose, trying to lead you to the right team that you have to work with, whether this is in your physical reality, so working with others in the 3D world, or in the spiritual reality where there's, you know, all of these angels around you, and you're tapping into something passionate. Oh, suddenly I'm hearing maybe there's a connection to music for you. So maybe when you're playing music or you're playing an instrument, you feel really divinely connected, and so they're encouraging you to continue doing that, to support you on your path towards making this decision that's going to be right for your soul purpose as well. Your passions will lead you to your divine life purpose. Do what you love and have confidence in your talent. Learn everything there is to know about your interests by taking classes, getting a mentor, or teaming up with like-minded people. Allow your creativity to soar. So for sure, that's like the sacral energy. The sacral is our center of creation, and so that shows up here as well. There's something that you feel very passionate about. They're trying to lead you down that path. So our passions can open doors for us. It's not that necessarily this would be like a career path. Maybe it is. But when we are in the creative energy and we're feeling really good, that raises the vibrational frequency. And so we're able to attract more opportunities into our lives. So they're telling you that to help you make this decision and to get you out of this stagnant sort of blockage energy in the creative center is to tap into your creative passion. What do we need to know about the Wisdom card? Clear, concise messages for their highest good and the highest good of all involved. What does Sagittarius need to know about wisdom here? Some of you may be receiving a gift from the universe. We have the Helper of Emotion. Romance blooms and you find yourself falling in love. Gifts of flowers, love letters, and poems read aloud are all in your future. Marriage proposals, wedding, and past life connections are possible. Someone new who is romantic, dreamy, and emotional may enter your life. This person could be an artist who's an idealist about love. Certainly there could be a water sign coming in towards you, bringing this long-term security connection, this powerful, abundant energy, perhaps that you might have been blocking in the past, or you didn't fully let yourself open up to this. With the Nine of Swords, for sure, it could be, you know, this unhealed wound where you had a little bit of insecurity about a loving relationship, and that sort of, you know, blocked you from really blossoming into this creative space. But I think that's why they're indicating if you tap into your creative passions, you will maybe find some answers to some questions that you had, or be able to heal this little bit that has been left over in your energy field. So with the Nine of Swords, stop being so hard on yourself and turn your thoughts toward the positive. There's no need to worry. Anticipating the worst isn't helpful. Know that heaven will provide a solution. If you're experiencing sleepless nights or anxiety over a challenge in your life, release the problem to your angels. Excuse me. So how it says here, turn your thoughts toward the positive. That was sort of what I was picking up here before when I said how inside each of us is our own little universe. And by turning our thoughts and choosing to maintain a level of positivity and creation, we can sort of create a new reality for ourselves. And so for some people, that's hard to accept because of maybe past programming. However, I would challenge you to, just for a month or 6 weeks, I would challenge you to stop watching the news, remove all negative social media accounts, spend less time on social media, listen to positive affirmations, do maybe something for yourself like a daily protection prayer, and maybe a 2-minute meditation. Or if meditation is hard, it doesn't have to be like the traditional sense. You could go for a walk or set the intention over an automatic task such as cooking, cleaning, driving, and say, Archangel Michael, surround and protect me from all lower beings and all lower energies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then go on with your meditative automatic task and set the intention that for the next 20 minutes while I'm cooking, I am entering into meditation. So just for a month, See how those small activities can really change your life, because what we take in around us really affects how our mind space is going to behave, which then affects our vibration, and it affects what comes in. So maybe we've had some blockages which were sort of self-created, and certainly, I mean, if there's a sense of inner child healing or a masculine wound that had to be healed from the childhood, that's definitely not your fault. But now as an adult, you have a choice with how we can approach that and how we can heal that and essentially reparent ourselves. And we do that by choosing to recognize that we are the creator of our reality in the here and now. And we can choose forgiveness, and we can choose to surround ourselves with more positive messaging. Okay, clear, concise messages for Sagittarius' highest good and the highest good of all involved. What do they need to know about forgiveness, please? Clear, concise messages for their highest good and the highest good of all involved. What does Sagittarius need to know about forgiveness? Okay, there's a new idea that has come in recently, or is about to come in. You've had, okay, yeah, so you've recently had an idea, or you're about to have an idea. Maybe it's been this idea that I need to forgive this person in order to be able to move past this blockage. Peaceful times are on the horizon. The storms have passed, and now you can see that your destination is within sight. The stress in your life will begin to fade away, allowing for happier times. It may be necessary to take a journey over water or to another country. For sure, we have seen some other travel cards here with the Two of Wands. So perhaps maybe a little vacation is in order, or a staycation, or whatever you can afford, whatever you can take time out to do for yourself. Sometimes even taking an afternoon to set up a positive space, take a bath, whatever you enjoy doing, create some art, play some music, to really tap in and feed the soul. The Ace of Thoughts here. This cherub has arrived to congratulate you for your brilliant new idea, which is truly inspired. It's important to communicate clearly and thoroughly with others who are involved in the implementation of your idea. Don't be dissuaded by little challenges along the way. These are merely course corrections to perfect your plan. So I had two messages with this card here. One is, when we are working with others, whether in the physical realm or the 3D realm, or in the 5D realm, sorry. So in the 3D or the 5D, we need to be really specific. And this is something I've learned certainly the hard way, where specifically I asked my spirit team for help healing some traumas that I had remaining in my sacral chakra. However, at that time, I didn't know that you had to be really specific. I didn't know that you could ask for gentle healing for your highest good. So please, Archangel Raphael, bring me the most gentle healing for my highest good at this time. Help me to release any traumas that I have remaining in the sacral chakra. Help me to see these in a gentle way. Just really asking for gentle healing, because I asked for assistance to heal the sacral chakra trauma, and then I had a ton of really hard and negative sort of situations come into my life. And by the end of it, it took a number of years, but by the end of it, yes, I do feel it did help to clear out some of the energy that I wanted to heal in the sacral chakra, but it did it in a way that was quite aggressive. And so now I know, when I ask my spirit team for help healing a situation, I ask for healing in a gentle way and healing in a loving way. So to heal through the energy of love instead of healing through the energy of suffering. Because sometimes our souls, we sign up for suffering, and we can kind of work with our spirit teams to heal more with love instead of suffering. And then the other message that I had here was about challenges that come up. So as humans, we're always going to face challenges, but again, it's our attitude towards those challenges. Certainly we need to be able to forgive, we need to be able to feel feelings, and we are going to have lower feelings come up, or negative feelings come up. But it's allowing yourself to be in that energy, process the emotion, maybe reach out to a mental health professional to help you release that emotion. And then to also be really caring and gentle with ourselves in that healing process, and then to do things to support the spirit. So like listening to positive messages, educating yourself on how to get through a hard time, that sort of a thing. Always praying for protection while you're in a lower vibrational state, because sometimes energies in the realms that we cannot see, they're attracted to those vulnerable energies. And so we just want to make sure that we're praying and protecting our energy at all times. So that's what I felt like saying to you, Sagittarius. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Helper of Swords. And so that's the message that your life is about to start moving very fast. Events that seem to be on hold suddenly require all your attention. There's no time to sit and ponder. You've got to get moving. Review the details as best you can. You will meet or are someone with very quick mind who instantly grasps what to do. This person is both confident and courageous. Courageous. Oh my goodness. I was thinking about the hawk on this card as I was trying to say courageous, and it got me all tongue-tied. But the hawk is really, any bird that we see is a connection to the higher realm. So as much as you've got a very quick mind and you're able to, transcend these challenges, just know that it's important to do so with the help of your spirit team. Any whoosies, Sagittarius, I hope that message helped, and we will see you next week on Tuesday.